It's derby time. It is time for Sunderland versus Newcastle. Oh boy, this is going to be a difficult one. Uh, you're watching Howay Mags TV. Let's get into this one, guys. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. I hope you are well on this Friday night. Newcastle versus Sunderland, Sunderland versus Newcastle, however you want to say it. It is the derby, the WEAR-TYNE derby. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this one. It's an away fixture for us, and everybody knows how our away fixtures go. It's going to be a really difficult one. But let's dive straight into this and try and whiz through this as quickly as possible. Ian, welcome in. Hope you're well. I am missing from the screen. Let me just quickly change this. As we go, whilst I do that, I'll let you know what's going on here. So we are playing Sunderland. It is a 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday at the Stadium of Light. Peter Banks has been confirmed as the referee, and it is going to be shown on Sky Sports main event. I need to know where the thingamajiggy is. It is somewhat changed the screen. It should be this one. There we go. Hey, Peter Banks has been confirmed as the referee. Where can you see the game? You can see it live on Sky Sports Ultra HD, Sky Sports main event, Now UK, Sky Go Extra, and Sky Go UK, and also on the Sky Sports Plus app. Again, not looking forward to this though. We are playing at the Stadium of Light. It has a capacity of 49,000, grass surface, and the weather forecast is going to be roughly around the 12-degree mark. For the predicted lineups for both sides, and I'll give you a look at my lineup, who I would like to see, and my formation a little bit later. But for Sunderland, their predicted lineup looks a little like this, with a 5-4-1 formation. Rolfs, however you pronounce his name, in goal. Hume, Alderette, Ballard, Gertruida, Mukiele in the defensive line. Lefay, Sadiki, Xhaka, and Traore in the midfield line. And Isildur, that's more of the rings there. Isidore as the lone striker. For Newcastle, it looks like the predicted lineup goes with Aaron Ramsdale in a goal, Tino Livramento on the right-hand side, Fabian Schär and Malik Chow as a centre-back pairing, with Dan Burn on the left. I sincerely hope not. Joe Willock, Bruno Guimaraes, and Jacob Ramsey as the midfield three is what they are predicting. Again, I wouldn't really go with that. And for the front three, they're going for Elanga, Voltemada, and Gordon. I kind of do favour my predicted lineup, if I'm honest. And I'll show you that in a second. For the insights, Sunderland are unbeaten in their last 9 league games against Newcastle. straight off the bat, that is worrying. Straight off the bat, that is worrying. One of only 2 Premier League teams unbeaten at home this season alongside Arsenal. So, again, worrying. Sunderland are unbeaten at home. Neither team has kept a clean sheet in their last 7 matches. So, it could be a higher scoring game, or we could both cancel each other out. Anything could happen in the derby. And Sunderland scored just 6 goals in their last 5 Premier League matches. For Newcastle, we haven't even got as many insights as Sunderland do, but Newcastle haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 7 matches, but have scored 11 in their last 5. Anthony Gordon has 7 goal involvements in the Champions League this season, second only to Mbappe, which means nothing because this is not Champions League, this is the Premier League. Newcastle have collected 10 points from their last 4 Premier League matches. I mean, the points are there, but, you know, I still don't think their forms have been as good. We'll have to watch Xhaka. He holds that midfield together. True, but Xhaka does like to pick up a red card. So we could work that in our favour. Injured and suspended players. For Sunderland, they have Alice has a shoulder injury out until late December. Leo, they got some names that I cannot really pronounce. Apologies if I do butcher their names, but Leo Howdy, Achilles tendon. Doesn't say how long he's going to be out for. Luke O'Neill, or Nien, or Nine, however you want to pronounce his name as well, is suspended. Reynaldo, groin injury, doubtful, probably late fitness test for him. And Habib Diarra has a groin injury late December. For Newcastle, we have Joe Linton is going to be out until early January, apparently, with a thigh injury, so he will not be featuring tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Sunday. Nick Pope has a knock late December. They are saying late December, but there is rumour that he is pushing towards a start for Sunday, which, again, I really hope not. Emil Kraft has a knee injury mid-December. Kieran Trippier, hamstring injury late December. Sven Botman, back injury mid-December. And Willa Sula, ankle injury mid-December. So we have pretty much everybody back around mid to late December, with Joe Linton being the only exception, being out until early January, if he is indeed out until January. Recent form in their last 5 games. For Sunderland, their last game ended in defeat to Manchester City, where they lost 3-0. They drew with Liverpool 1-1. They beat Bournemouth 3-2. They lost to Fulham 1-0, and they drew with Arsenal 2-2. For Newcastle, we drew with Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League during midweek, 2-2 with them. We beat Burnley 2-1, which could also finish in a 2-2 draw if anyone got a touch on the final kick of the game right at the end. We drew with Tottenham 2-2. We beat Everton 4-1, and we lost to Marseille 2-1 in the Champions League. So, unbeaten in the last 4. 2 draws, 2 wins. I mean, I'm still not really confident again, but hopefully that can maybe spark something. I mean, we finally ended our terrible away form with the win over Everton, but I didn't see the best of performances against Leverkusen. Should have won that game in all honesty, but the second equaliser, I mean, Dan Burt just watched it go in, so The away form is terrible. It really is. Top goal scorers for both sides. Isidore for Sunderland is their top goal scorer with 4 goals. He has a 6.43 rating. He has an XG of 3.25, no assists, and has played 15 matches. For Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes is our top goal scorer. This is just for the Premier League, not for in all competitions. He has a 7.50 rating. He has scored 5 goals. He has an XG of 2.20. Has 2 assists and has played 14 games. So Bruno's got 7 goal contributions to Isidore's 4. All season that has been Voltemada, and it's now only just changed to Bruno. Here we go. This is going to be a tough one. Head-to-heads. Sunderland hold 6 wins over us to our 3 wins over them, and we've drawn 4 times. That is not a good sight to see. Last time we met, it was in the FA Cup when we got a 3-0 victory over Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. Previous to that was a 1-1 draw in the Premier League back in 2016. I believe that was under the manager of Rafa Benitez. Because I do believe that was a Mitrovic that got the equaliser in that game. Previous to that was a 3-0 Sunderland win. Previous to that was a 1-0 Sunderland win. Previous to that was another 1-0 Sunderland win, and a 3-0 Sunderland win, and a 2-1 Sunderland win, and a 3-0 Sunderland win. So we have to go back as far as 2011. The last time we beat Sunderland in the Premier League. So, ouch. And that was only a 1-0 at the Stadium of Light. Everyone remembers the 5-1, of course. So, yeah, 2011 is the last time we beat Sunderland at the Stadium of Light in the Premier League. And it's only till 2024 in the FA Cup that we beat them last. Yeah, it's been, a very long time, Rob. Very long time. Very, very long time. 2011, what's that? That's like 14 years since we last beat them. Youch. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. Just hope our defence does not let in any last-minute goals. We are bad at that. And the Mackhams are good at scoring last-minute goals. That's the thing, Ian. How I've been seeing it and how I think others are starting to see it now is Dan Burn is really unreliable now. He can't play on the left. Well, no one wants to see him on the left. And the way he played against Leverkusen, he would just let the ball go past him for that equaliser. We should have won that 2-1. I will blame Dan Burn for that. I thought Aaron Ramsdale had an amazing game. And I don't see why there's so much hate on X about they can't wait to see Nick Pope back in goal. Quite frankly, for me, I never want to see Nick Pope back in goal. Oh, I never want to see Dan Burn in the side again. But, you know, everyone's got their own views. They're entitled to their own views. And I'm still not looking forward to this match. If we look at the table, Sunderland sit in 9th place in the league. Newcastle sit in 12th place. There's only a point between us, so we are closing the gap on them. I do want to go above them. I really do. They have a +1 goal difference. We have a +2. So we would go above them should we get the win. And I really hope we do. I see that Mo Salah will be back in the lineup tomorrow. Be interesting to see what the reception would be for him after what recently came out with him, saying that, well, throwing everyone under the bus. Who will win? I mean, I'm going to hazard a guess and say the majority is going to go for the Newcastle win. So I'm going to click on the Newcastle anyway. So my vote. Oh, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. It's even. Oh, I was not expecting that. 20,830 people have voted, including myself, which you just saw. 40% of those voters have gone for a Sunderland win. 40% of those voters have also gone for a Newcastle win, with 20% going for the draw. Okay. I was not expecting that to be even. Wow. Maybe we could cancel each other out. Maybe it could be a draw. I really don't know. That is very interesting. Right. Before I go into anything else, let me just bring up my team prediction, how I would like to see the team play. So we will replace that with this, and boom, there you go. Right, so this is how I would set the team up to face Sunderland. Agree or disagree, leave it down in the comments. But I want to see a different formation, and I want to see a different lineup. I've gone for Aaron Ramsdale in goal. I think he's doing well. He needs that run of games, and I don't see why he should be dropped. I don't see the hate in why no one's really enjoying him. I want to see Pope back in, because I really don't want to see Pope back in. Tino Livramento on the right, Lewis Hall on the left. Centre-back partnership being Malik Chow and Fabian Schär. I don't want to see Dan Burn back in, but we all know he's Eddie's favourite, so Dan Burn's going to walk straight back into the side. But I want to see Fabian Schär next to Malik Chow. The two centre midfield pairing being Bruno and Lewis Miley, and the screen's going off again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It done it the last time, so let me just do that and then bring it back up, and hopefully there you go. Right, so Bruno and Lewis Miley, they seem to work well together. Yes, I've dropped Sandro because Sandro's not really been performing well of late, the past couple of days, past couple of games, I should say. So I think people have seen that Bruno and Miley do work well together. Miley's learning a lot from Bruno and plays well off him. So, obviously, I'll probably swap those two around. So Miley's in front of Chow. But I'd have those two as a centre midfield partnership. In the three attacking midfielder roles, I'd have, as much as I call him a flop, I would have Anthony Elanga on the right-hand side, Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side, and yes, I've put Nick Faltamada in the attacking midfield role. Why? Because what I've seen with Big Nick, is that he does like to get dropped back a lot. He likes to receive that ball. So I think in an attacking midfielder role would suit him more better than being the lone striker, because he's not really getting the service. And he's having to drop back to get that ball, which is then preventing him from getting into positions where he can score. So in an attacking midfield role, I think he can get the ball. He can create a lot of chances. If the space is opened up, he can get himself a goal. Otherwise, he can slot it through to Joran Visser, who can probably get himself a goal. And I'd like to see Visser start. I'd like to see Visser get some minutes under his belt. Not like the stupid 2 minutes that he got against Leverkusen, which was absolutely pointless. Don't know why that was even thought of. And apparently he was ill as well. So you're bringing on a sick player. You're having a sick player around the entire squad, which is probably going to infect the rest of the team. So they're going to probably be out injured with the flu. I don't know the thinking. I don't know the logic behind that. But that would be my team, my formation. Do you agree with that team, that lineup, those players in that squad? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, if you want to change anyone or change the formation, if you still want to stick to Eddie Howe's 4-3-3. Again, comments. Would you even do the dreaded 5 at the back? And I really hope we don't. I really don't hope we don't. I don't want to see us sitting back in a derby. For a derby, you have to attack from the off. Attack. That's what you have to do. I like Pope, but prefer Ramsdale, and don't mind Burn at left centre-back, just not left-back, even though he made a mistake in midweek. I mean, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, Ian. I don't want to see Dan Burn in the squad ever again. I think he's too old for a start. I'd probably move him on in January if I could. Or if I could, I'd move him on in January. If not, ship him off at the end of the season, along with Fabian Schär as well. I mean, he's been a great servant, but again, it's the age. We have a lot of aging players, so we need to bring those the age level down. But again, formation-wise, would you go with the 4-2-3-1? Would you go for the 4-3-3? Eddie Howe, usual, what is married to that 4-3-3? Would you go for that 5 at the back formation? Or if you really want to go Eddie Howe, sit back style and do the 5-5-0, which again just baffles me when he did that. So yeah, that is my team and how I want to see the team put out on Sunday. That won't happen. I know that for a fact. We know that Dan Burn will be back in that side. If Joelinton is out, then it's going to be Bruno, Sandro, and possibly Willock. Ramsey's not getting a chance, so that's 40 million quid down the drain, wasted. Visser, I want to see starting because we've sponged out 55 mil for him. That's getting wasted. And the only time we bring him on is when we're starting to defend, so we can't actually see what he's capable of doing because we're too busy defending. Wacky, welcome in. Hope you're well. So you wouldn't give Schär and Burn a new 5-year contract? I'd give Fabian Schär a 5-year contract because he was like the bargain of the century when we signed him, and he's been a loyal servant and he has always been decent. Dan Burn, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'd flog him off. Fabian Schär, I would. I would give him a 5-year deal, another 5-year contract. Keep him on. Maybe even keep him on as a defensive coach as well to help out the defenders. But yeah, that's my team. So we go back to the other screen, which was this one. Quick recap. Sunday, 2:00, Stadium of Light, live on Sky. Referee is Peter Banks. Score prediction. Get your score predictions in. What do you think's going to happen? Oi. I'm not confident. I am really not confident. I'm going to give you a win, draw, and loss prediction. A win, I would say 2-0. 2-0 win. A draw, going by recent results, probably would stay with that 1-1 draw. But with our away form and the way we've been playing, it's difficult. If we were to lose, I'll probably say my mind's saying 3-0 loss. That's what my mind is saying, and that really, really, really hurts and really painful. I'm leaning towards that loss because of our away performances. Even at home, when we've won games, we've not performed amazingly, but our away form is shocking. It is terrible. We cannot do well away. I'm leaning towards a defeat, and I think I'm with every other Toon fan. We lose this derby, then Eddie Howe is walking on like hot coal. We lose this derby, I am 100% Eddie out. Yes, he's won us a trophy. Yes, he's got us in the Champions League. Yes, you haven't got to keep reminding us about that. Yes, his name will be forever written in the history books. Yes, he has gone down as one of the best managers we've had. But we're talking about now. We're not talking about the past. Right now, we're not performing as great. I mean, the proof's right here. If we scroll down here to Eddie Howe, when he first joined, he had a 48% success rating. 22-23 season, he had a 50% success rating. 23-24, he had a 47. 24-25, he had a 53. This season, he has a 40. That was down in the 34-37 percent rating before the draw against Leverkusen. Stats there show that Eddie Howe is currently in his worst spell as Newcastle manager. It's currently his worst season as Newcastle manager. So I feel that this could be his final season as manager. If he lasts until the end of the season, I think we bring in another manager next season. Will he last until the end of the season? That's the big question. I'm saying that I'm Eddie out if we lose the derby. We've also got the Carabao Cup midweek to think about as well. Oh, it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. But we look at these rated players. Top rated players at Newcastle currently is Bruno is the highest rated player on a 7.5. Nick Pope, amazingly, is in second place. Don't know why, because he's the amount of mistakes that he's making. So I think they've had a mare with that one. He has a 7.44 rating, and Malik Chow, he should be higher in my opinion. He should be at least second. He's been amazing since he signed. He has a 7.27 rating. Top goal scorers in the team for the Premier League. You have Bruno with 5, Nick Voltemada with 5. I think that's in all competitions, actually. Nick has 5 and Harvey Barnes has 3. And the highest assists, all 3. I'm surprised Dan Burns got 2 assists there. I must not have actually looked at them much, but Bruno has 2, Lewis Miley has 2, and Dan Burn has 2, all 3 on 2 assists each. This was the last starting 11. Aaron Ramsdale, why he got a 6.3? I don't know. He should be higher than that. Again, I'm not seeing why they get the hate. Dan Burn with a 6.8. He should be less than that. Chow, Shah, and Livramento, decent. Willock, I mean, I think that's a bit harsh on Willock with the 6.5. I thought Willock had a decent game in the last game against Burnley. I think this is Burnley's stats here. Bruno with a 7.5. Jacob Ramsey with a 6.7. Gordon with a 6.9. Voltemada with a 7. And Elanga with a 6.3. Yes, I slate Elanga a lot. I don't think he was worth the money, and he's been an absolute flop. But I would start him on Sunday. So yeah, I think that is everything. Um, so we jump back to the other screen, which is not that one. It is that one. So yeah, guys, do leave your comments down below. What team would you play? Formation wise, who starts for Newcastle? Any Sunderland fans in? I mean, who starts for Sunderland? Would you drop any of your players? Would you have a different formation apart from that 5-4-1 formation? If you do play that 5-4-1 formation, would you have a different formation? Would you play different players? I believe this is going to be the last game for you when now all your players will go off to AFCON. So how do you feel that you're going to fare in the Premier League whilst you're missing, is it 7 players now you're going to be without? Again, do let me know. I mean, we're going to be rivals for Sunday, but I've been fair with you, so be fair with me. I honestly do think that we might actually lose this game. I'm going for a 3-0 Sunderland win. I think Sunderland's had a brilliant season. I ain't going to deny that. I will admit that they've had a brilliant season. They've done well. Can I see us winning? If we can turn up, yes. But we need to attack from the off and keep attacking. We can't sit back like we constantly keep doing. We have to keep attacking. If we score 1, we have to keep attacking and go and get that second. If we get that second, we have to keep attacking and get that third. When you go 3-0 up, that's when you can start thinking about, start thinking about sitting back and start defending. But it's a derby. You have to attack right until the final whistle. Eddie Howe style is kind of like a Steve Bruce style. Score 1, sit back, defend that lead. And then when you start defending the lead and sitting back, your opponents will then start attacking more and just running at you. And that's where the mistakes happen. But yeah, this has been the Sunderland versus Newcastle United match preview and prediction show. Please do leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are so close. We're only a couple of weeks away from till Christmas. It'd be great if we can hit 100 subs by then. But other than that, again, leave your score predictions down below in the comments. Leave your formations down in the comments. Who do you think is going to start? Who do you think is going to play? Do you think Eddie Howe is going to be under increased amount of pressure should we lose on Sunday? Again, let me know. But other than that, guys, do take care. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back on, I believe, Monday, because we have the Carabao Cup on Wednesday. So it'll be Monday for the Fulham preview. Yeah, we'll be back Monday for the Fulham preview for the Carabao Cup. And hopefully we can say that before we start that stream, we can say, yay, we had a nice little derby win. Here's hoping. Here's really hoping. But yeah, guys, do like, subscribe, hit the bell. And thank you very much for watching. And I will catch you in the next stream on Monday. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy your weekend up until Sunday, because something's going to happen on Sunday, whether it's red cards, goals, losses, wins. Who knows? Sunday's definitely one to keep an eye on. Take care.